Horizon Forbidden West is finally coming out in February 2022, and if you haven't played Horizon Zero Dawn, I have you covered, friendo. These are the biggest things you need to know about Horizon Zero Dawn before you play Horizon Forbidden West, but first, a very quick breakdown of the world. Horizon Forbidden West takes place in the post-apocalypse, after our civilization was wiped out by a plague of advanced autonomous AI weapons. Thankfully, humanity survived due to an equally advanced artificial intelligence, but they don't have any of the knowledge of the old ones, i.e. us, so they live in a tribal society with these machines roaming around, terraforming the Earth to get it back into a healthy state. This is Aloy. She's the main character, and she's my wife. Those are the basics you need to know about the world, but I'm not going to leave it there, don't you worry. I'll be doing an in-depth deep dive into the events leading up to and including Horizon Zero Dawn before Horizon Forbidden West's release in February 2022, so keep an eye out for that. Anyway, for now, let's get on with it. Here are the 9 biggest things you need to know about Horizon Zero Dawn before you play Horizon Forbidden West. First up, the big one. Aloy is a clone of Elizabeth Sobek, a robotics engineer who was the lead on the project to save humanity from the autonomous AI weapon plague, more on that later, and created the artificial intelligence that ended up saving the Earth and humanity, and that's no exaggeration. In fact, Aloy, her clone, was created to save the Earth and humanity about 1,000 years later. But I prefer to think of Sobek as Aloy's mother because I'm sentimental like that. Being a clone of Sobek has a lot of practical advantages. Aloy can access ancient high-tech but mostly ruined facilities of the old ones as the entry systems recognise her DNA as being that of Elizabeth Sobek, which is especially helpful when you're trying to use ancient tech to stop the big bad of Horizon Zero Dawn, Hades, who you'll hear more about shortly. Aloy is also just as smart and tenacious as her mother, so don't be surprised if she easily tackles tech we'd think was complicated as all hell. She did figure out how to override machines all on her own after all, which is quite the feat when the most advanced tech you've seen up close before then is a bow. SYLENS is one to keep an eye on. He helped/hindered Aloy in Horizon Zero Dawn depending on how useful she was to him, as all he cares about is discovering the knowledge of the old ones. And I really mean that. Knowledge for knowledge's sake is enough for SYLENS, and he'll do whatever he can to get it. So, seeing this amoral researcher appear in the trailer indicates that he's up to his old tricks again, and has teamed up with the ferocious Tenakth, a tribe from the west, to do so. SYLENS is such a ravenous devourer of knowledge that he, made friends with a rogue homicidal artificial intelligence called Hades that wanted to wipe out all life on Earth, as it was programmed to do, to be fair. Hades was the main antagonist of Horizon Zero Dawn, and after the final boss fight, it was slain by Aloy. Except it wasn't, really. It escaped from the machine it was possessing and flew right back to SYLENS, who, turns out, had set it free in the first place and is still using it to try and unlock the secrets of the old ones. SYLENS, do you have to? So, the big bad of Horizon Zero Dawn is still out there, potentially still helping SYLENS, and still a threat. Remember that autonomous AI machine plague I mentioned before? Hades can and did resurrect those machines in Horizon Zero Dawn, so it could do it again in Forbidden West. Just keep an eye out for these things, as if they're moving around, Hades could be behind it. Yet again. Hades might have got a helping hand from SYLENS, but SYLENS wasn't the one who freed Hades in the first place. Basically, before Horizon Zero Dawn takes place, a mysterious signal struck the hyper-advanced artificial intelligence, named Gaia, in charge of controlling the other artificial intelligence subfunctions that were terraforming the world back into a habitable planet, each of which was named after a Greek god, hence Hades being the one that wants to destroy everything in case something went majorly wrong and the world needed a reset. Anyway, this mysterious signal set the AI subfunctions free of the control of Gaia, who was meant to be keeping them all in check. Without Gaia's oversight and control, these AI are now presumably doing whatever they want somewhere on the planet. This red lightning was used in Horizon Zero Dawn to symbolise the signal, and it can be seen in Horizon Forbidden West too. Now, we don't know who sent the signal, or why, or where it came from, but this could be a hint that the real puppet masters behind Hades and Horizon Zero Dawn could make an appearance in Horizon Forbidden West. Uh-oh. Hades wasn't the only AI subfunction that got loose when that signal did its dirty deed. A whole host of AIs controlling everything from purifying the sea to clearing pollutants from the air were set free, yet so far we've only met Hades and Hephaestus. Hephaestus was in the Frozen Wilds DLC right at the end. It's entirely possible, and to be honest, kind of expected, that more of these rogue AIs will appear in Forbidden West, as they're a fairly big deal in the lore. So, if you spot something with unfathomable power that seems to be way beyond what an ordinary, or even ethics-optional kind of human could achieve, keep an eye out for godlike entities/AIs named Minerva, Demeter, Poseidon, Ether, or Artemis. Horizon Forbidden West is set in a completely different location from Horizon Zero Dawn, bringing new tribes, new locations, and new things for Aloy to get to grips with. Underwater exploration is a new addition for the West too, and I did a whole video about the new things in Horizon Forbidden West that you should check out if you want to know every new feature in Forbidden West. But the main thing that Aloy's going to have to deal with is navigating tribes she's never met before. So far, we know of the Tenakth and the Utaru, but there's still a chance that Aloy will bump into tribes from the east, like the inventive Oseram, the hunter-gatherers Nora, the spiritual Banuk, or the trade-loving and ex-enslaved people having Karja. Pay attention to anyone who can override a machine, which is when you do this. It makes the machine your new BFF and will fight other machines for you, which might tempt you to set up your own robot fight club. Not that I've tried to do that. Definitely not. Normally, Aloy and SYLENS are the only ones who can override machines, so anyone else pulling the same stunt is very suspicious. These Tenakth raiders can probably override machines because SYLENS is helping them out for some mysterious and doubtless nefarious reason, meaning that overridden machines are likely going to replace destroyers you would find patrolling high-level enemy camps in Horizon Zero Dawn. Destroyers are part of that robot plague I mentioned earlier, and hopefully you won't be seeing that much of them in Forbidden West. This blight spreading across the land was never seen or mentioned in Horizon Zero Dawn, so it's completely new, meaning we have no idea what's causing it or why it's spreading so rapidly. Extreme weather like this is new too, and I'd bet that it's connected to the blight somehow, as it seems like one hell of a coincidence that it should appear at the same time as another apocalyptic event. Every time something fishy is going on in Horizon Zero Dawn, whether it's the main game or a DLC, it always tends to be one of those rogue AI subfunctions that I mentioned earlier that's causing havoc. Demeter has control over flora, so I'm wondering if it's gone a little overboard with the plant mother thing and has created the blight as a spreading superorganism to engulf the land in twisting red vines. I can't see how Demeter would be alright with one plant suffocating other plant life on Earth though it is probably chill with humanity dying out. Humanity's fate is firmly in the realm of not Demeter's problem. Cast your eyeballs up into the sky and you'll see these 3 comets, which are also new and also portend something bad coming Aloy's way. They weren't seen or mentioned at all in Horizon Zero Dawn, so yeah, with that and the Blight, Horizon Forbidden West is really leaning into the whole Book of Revelations vibe, really. Meet Erend, Aloy's stalwart pal from Horizon Zero Dawn with the best mutton chops I've ever seen. Unusually, in Horizon Forbidden West, he has his very own focus, which is this device in Aloy's ear that lets her interact with old world tech. Delving into the ruins of the Old Ones was frowned upon by most tribes, so in Horizon Zero Dawn, anyone with a focus was one to watch, i.e. SYLENS and the Eclipse Cult, who were the baddies of the original game. But by the looks of it, in Forbidden West, Aloy has her own squad complete with focuses to let them all stay in contact with each other. If anyone else apart from Aloy's team has a focus, watch them closely. Who knows what other old tech they might have access to. And that's the 9 biggest things you need to know about Horizon Zero Dawn before you play Horizon Forbidden West. If you enjoyed the video, thanks very much, and don't forget to like and subscribe to Eurogamer for more videos about video games, as we have a new one out every single day. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go, so remember to stay hydrated, folks, and I'll see you next time.